and gentlemen, John Gray here, and we're just plain smiling and just plain living.
Good morning, Peggy Burton.
Good morning, I'm Jim Fuller, and I am so glad that we're coming on the air, because this 3 minutes prior to us coming on the air, it was deteriorating badly. Really badly.
Real quick, it was going away pretty bad.
Yeah.
Going away pretty bad.
That's right.
St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah,
Did
we've got let's see, there it is. There's old St. Patty's hat back there, and the little doll behind Jimmy over there has got a, there it is.
Leprechaun?
That's a leprechaun. That's a garden leprechaun back there with the bow tie on behind Jimmy.
Now, St. Patrick's Day was yesterday, correct?
Yesterday.
Yeah, it was yesterday.
Yeah, okay. I was hoping that I hadn't gotten so senile that I had that confused. Because
that's left over from yesterday.
Yeah, okay. All right.
And this past weekend was Go Green, Keep Coffee County Beautiful. We went to that event and listened to the Rock Creek Bluegrass boys out there, and they did a great job.
They always do a great
job. And Dave Johnson and that bunch out there, Bob.
Inslee. Yeah.
And that's the singest human being I've ever seen. What a great voice he has.
Great, yeah.
I can't believe we hesitated with Bob's last name, because he worked at the didn't work at the Legion, but
I can't remember anybody's
brought a band in there. However, I don't feel quite as bad as I might have a couple of days ago. I saw somewhere the other day where President Obama was introducing his vice president or talking about his vice president, and for a moment he forgot his name.
Well, Biden's a pretty forgettable individual as far as I'm concerned.
Not really. I think he probably knows whether you like him or not. Yeah. I mean, he knows his way around up there.
It wouldn't have bothered me if Biden would have forgotten Obama's name.
Yeah, I know.
Wake up, Joe. But yeah, no, it's been a good weekend, and we had, I think we're going to have a little film for the Distinguished Young Woman, was held this weekend. And an interesting thing happened. Our state legislator, Judd Matheny, had a bunch of politicians and Arnold Council people out at the AEDC rifle range shooting machine guns.
All right.
And this is really cool. There was this elderly black lady out there, and she was on her knees in a wool coat and a scarf around her head, shooting a World War II machine gun.
How cool is
and
that?
all these women were shooting machine guns, and I said, guys, we're done for. When women learn how to shoot machine guns, we ain't got a prayer. So, but there's a great piece on that, and it's just exciting. A lot of happy, fun things going on around here.
When are we going to talk about Ray? Is that in this segment?
We're going to talk about, no, we're going to talk about that a little bit later on.
Okay, I didn't get any information, so I didn't want to jump the ship here.
We have the square dancers coming in right here.
Right.
Look at that, and they're going to talk about keeping fit.
Keeping fit. That's a great
part
way
of
to
the
do that,
telehomeless
too.
program about staying fit.
That'll do it.
And then, what else do we have going on?
We have the Annie Get Your
Annie
Gun coming up at South Jackson Civic Center by the Community Playhouse, and some of them are going to be on today.
Well, I should have made sure the Annie Get Your Gun segment was right next to the girls shooting machine guns.
You should have, yeah. You should have.
That would have been a great segue there.
I watched the scene last night with Lindsay Slaughter, who is Annie, and they were doing the scene where they were shooting, and she beats out Frank. It's really clever. Yeah. Great cast in that show.
Well, and there's going to be about, 50 or 60 cast in that show? It's huge.
Everybody in the region is on stage.
It's huge.
It is huge.
It's a huge thing.
It's a great cast, though, I have to say.
And speaking about women, Annie, and women with guns, let's see, what is this?
I don't know.
This is not the one. This is not the one I want.
I don't know.
This is good though.
They don't tell us anything. They don't tell us anything, do they?
Oh, here it is, right here. I moved one to the back. These are where certain words we say and phrases we use actually come from.
From different places and different instances.
Yes.
So what have we got?
Personal hygiene left much room for improvement years ago. As a result, many women and men had developed acne scars by adulthood. The women would spread beeswax over their facial skin to smooth out their complexions. When they were speaking to each other, if one woman began to stare at another one's face, she was told, "Mind your own beeswax." should a woman smile, the wax would crack, hence the term crack a smile. And in addition, when they sat too close to the fire, the wax would melt, therefore the expression losing face.
That's interesting.
And so that
Yeah,
all became because of women had to put beeswax on their face to hide the imperfections in their face.
Women will do anything.
Yeah,
to
once
hide
again,
the-
Mind your own beeswax.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, huh?
That is. That's clever.
So,
So that's why the honeybee became so important.
you know,
One of the reasons,
one of the reasons, the honeybee's important because if the honeybee disappears, we do
We
too.
disappear.
Yeah.
We go with
We're
it.
gone.
It makes me wonder.
And honey is one of 2 or 3 things that mold can't grow on. One is salt, one is vinegar,
One
and
is
the other is honey.
And honey lasts forever.
Ever.
It's
Isn't
been
that
found in the
amazing?
tombs.
Yeah. Just normal.
Just honey.
Yeah, you know, without doing any.
Just lasts
yeah.
forever.
All right, we got a bunch going on this show today.
That
The
mean we gotta get
Flat
going?
River Band came in yesterday afternoon and recorded. Phenomenal 3 brothers. Harmonies were
Good.
great.
Awesome.
We're going to have a great show today. Don't you folks go away after this commercial break. We'll be right back with more assisted living right here on Charter Channel.
Let the Smokehouse be your mountain getaway destination in beautiful Monteagle, Tennessee. Enjoy our cabins, restaurant, and old general store. Shop thesmokehouse.com featuring homemade barbecue sauces, jellies, and many other fine Tennessee products. Our live Music on the Mountain series features some of the best local and Nashville talent every Friday and Saturday night, 6:30 p.m. No cover, kids welcome.
For the past 32 years, we've had an amazing Register of Deeds, Miss Ellen Vaughn. Miss Vaughn has announced her retirement and will be leaving soon. We're going to miss her professionalism and kindness. I'm Tracy Hirschman-Weibert, candidate for the office. I know these are some big shoes to fill. My education and experience has now brought me to this place in time where I'm asking you for your vote for Coffee County Register of Deeds. Let's keep a good thing going.
Vote Weibert Indeed, Coffee County's most qualified.
How long has it been since you raced a cheetah? Are your tornado creating skills getting rusty? Tired of being the only one in your neighborhood who hasn't built a dinosaur? Sounds like it's time to visit the Hands-On Science Center. The Hands-On Science Center is an indoor science playground. In this museum, please touch is the rule. Join us for weekly science demonstrations on space, lasers, lizards, rocks, and a whole lot more. No 2 visits are ever the same, so visit often to see our ever-changing exhibits and demonstrations. The Hands-On Science Center, 101 Mitchell Boulevard in Tullahoma.
I'm meteorologist Leland Statham, and you're watching Just Plain Living here on Charter Channel 6.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As we settle in for this segment, I love doing this show because a lot of times you don't have a clue what you're doing right at the moment. I'm not exactly sure what we're doing with our next guest here, but I'm sure they'll carry me through this. And we're pleased to have joining us on the set right now to my left, Tom Best and his lovely wife, Rita, and to the far left over there, Marcine Ameline. And I think you guys are here today as part of the Get Fit Tullahoma.
That's correct.
Okay.
The Health and Fitness Expo that's coming up in Tullahoma.
Right. Okay.
On April 5th.
Oh, that's right. You're right. And I'm guessing that you guys, kind of knowing you have found some fun way to make this Get Fit thing happen. Is that accurate?
It is fun.
Okay.
It's more than that. It's also, besides getting your body fit, it helps get your brain fit. Mm-hmm. Because there's a lot of remembering of dance calls and doing it in sequence with 8 people in a group.
And judging from your shirts, you probably are square dancers?
We are square dancers.
we are.
Okay.
Marcine has been square dancing since 1956. We just found out.
Oh, my goodness.
We took a break. We danced for 25 years, and then we took a break, and then we came back.
You know, I'm really impressed about this without really finding out a lot about it, simply because I think I quit dancing back when they started doing the 2-step and all that stuff, because I thought, my goodness, this is difficult. You got to think about this stuff, It changed a lot from the 50s,
It sure has.
Right.
So.
Yeah. There are more and more studies. I know the Mayo Clinic has done one just on the benefits of exercise, but just recently on the benefits of dance. because not only are you using your physical, like Tom alluded to a while ago, the physical, the cardio, and the balance, and the flexibility, and the coordination, but you're using your brain, and so you are warding off dementia and Alzheimer's by keeping your brain sharp, and so you're
makes
hitting
a lot of sense.
multiple areas with dance.
Right. So who was the dancer in your group here? I mean, in your
Tom and I have both always
Both
loved to
always-
dance.
We've danced.
Okay.
Yeah, we've gone to a lot of
We've
different
done
dance
ballroom,
clubs.
we've done country western. We started square dancing last year.
Right.
Now,
And
some couples will say, "I'm not into dance. I can't keep rhythm and all that." But we haven't found anybody yet that hadn't been able to do it that's come out and joined us.
Right.
You listen to the beat of the music, and you go through the classes. It took us a year to go through the classes, and most people can do it.
Amazing.
even the rhythmically challenged, they say, "Oh, I can't keep a beat." Well, just can you shuffle your feet? All you got to do is shuffle your feet, listen to the caller. You're through it. You get through it, and you get exercise. And the plus is you laugh. Laughter in and of itself is a great medicine. And you're out there, and if you mess up, then that's
Laugh
okay.
about it.
You laugh about it, and
we
everybody else is
always mess-
laughing all together.
We always mess up.
mess up.
That's okay.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
it's okay.
Marcy,
And,
you mentioned that you did it for years and then quit and then started back. So did it all just come back to you?
Yeah, when we came back the first time, Wayne and I both said, we remembered it.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
And I got up over at the center one time when they were doing a display thing from Estill Springers, and one of the guys asked me to dance. And he said, "You've danced before."
Yeah.
I said, "Yeah." Oh, yeah, a whole bunch.
So how old were you when you started doing that?
Well, it was 56, I think.
Yeah.
I'm 88 now.
Yeah.
And she's still very active in the club.
That's phenomenal. That's
Square
phenomenal.
dance and line dance.
Yeah,
Yes.
right. Okay.
We do both. Our club is, I don't know, I'm thinking about 40 strong. We're called the Estill Springers, and we meet at the community club in Estill Springs. So Tullahomans that are wanting to stay fit, it's an easy place to get to.
On Thursday nights.
Thursday
at
nights.
7 p.m.
Yep.
Okay.
Anybody's welcome to come visit and join a class anytime they want to, or just watch it. They want to see what
I
it's
think
all
you've
about.
sold me on this. This sounds like a lot more fun than trying to jog or do that
Have
kind
you
of
ever
thing. You know?
All right. In one evening, like in a 2-hour dance, people have put pedometers on, and they have easily maxed out 3 and 4 miles a night.
Unbelievable.
And they're laughing. So it's just a win-win situation. You're laughing and you're getting exercise at the same time. Have you ever seen a jogger run down the road laughing? No. I haven't.
And besides that, a lot of times you're doing that by yourself. That can't be
like,
anywhere near as much fun as what you guys are doing when you're interacting.
You've mentioned another aspect of square dancing is the socializing part of it. Getting to know another group of people very well, and you all got a common interest, and that's another part of mental health is socializing.
And how long has this club been around? Has it been around for a while?
I don't know about the Estill Springers.
You were a member of Hicks and Chicks.
Yeah,
there was another club in Coffee County. And they folded, and Estill Springers is cropped up in their place. Their club's all over the state. We dance a lot with Fayetteville Club and the Murfreesboro Club, and then once a year the state holds a convention in Gatlinburg that is a lot of fun, and we go up there and we'll be dancing with 800 other square dancers.
Unbelievable. That's unbelievable.
That was
And the National is something. We went to Louisville in 2010, I think.
Okay, I haven't done national yet.
There was people from everywhere.
Yeah.
All over the world. All over the world.
All over the world.
I guess square dancing used to be associated with maybe country music, because I remember seeing it on
that was
television.
Appalachian. This is Western.
Okay, so this is a little different than that.
Another thing we have not mentioned is a lot of people think that the females have to wear the can-cans and the crinolines and the full skirts. It's not mandatory.
Right.
We go in jeans, boots, tennis shoes. Casual attire is fine if the skirts and the can-cans turn somebody off. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Okay. I bet
get exercise.
I bet
and
you
have
guhave
fun.
though have done that before, right?
We have our can-cans.
Yeah.
But we don't wear them all the time, and we don't have to wear them.
Right.
So,
When you go to special dances,
special
you do.
dances at state level
But
or something
even
like
at the
that.
state, they have some that are casual, and then the evenings they all wear square dance clothes.
Okay, now Tom, I know you don't wear the can-cans. So,
No, I don't. Well, I put on my cowboy boots and my jeans, and I put on a little bolo or something like that, and that's about it for us guys.
Well, you know, speaking from a guy standpoint, if you can dance in cowboy boots, I'm impressed, because obviously sometimes in our water horse venture here at the studio, I have to wear cowboy boots on, and I can't hardly walk in them, much less
Well,
dance.
I will admit this: after about 2 hours of dancing in them, my feet are pretty sore the next day.
I bet. I can only imagine. I know you guys are involved in the Get Fit Tullahoma Expo or something.
We're going to be there as one of the vendors.
Is that this Saturday?
No, it's April the 5th.
April 5th, okay.
Yeah, 9 to 12 at Northgate Mall.
Okay.
And we'll be one of the vendors. You know, there'll be health screenings there, blood pressure testing. There will be other fitness groups there. So it's a good chance for Tullahomans to come out and get a little health checkup and find out what they can do to improve their fitness.
That's right. I believe, if I'm correct, there's tests for diabetes, there's blood pressure, of course, and those kinds of things. So, and it's also, would guess, an opportunity to get hooked up with you guys
if you're
get on a fun path to getting some exercise.
We're actually going to do a demonstration
there.
Oh, are you? Okay.
Yeah. Our caller, who is a paid professional, I mean, you have to really know what you're doing to call these things, and he's going to come in, and we'll have enough of us there to form a square and do a dance for everybody.
I'm about out of time, but one last quick question here. Now, you mentioned caller. Do you guys actually know what he's talking about, what he means for you?
Sure.
When you go through the classes,
you've memorized
you learn
all
the calls,
those.
and you memorize them,
So,
and then he calls them.
So
and
that's
you do
not
them.
just for show. He's actually telling you guys what he wants you to do.
And the part of the brain part of it is there's like 100 different calls he can call for us, and you have to keep all those straight in your mind.
Okay. All right.
And there's no time when you're dancing to think about any of your worries.
Yeah. Okay. And you don't care if Tom messes up. You're good with that.
That's fine.
Okay.
It's always me. It's always me.
Oh, I know.
It is not.
I know it's always your fault. Folks, we're out of time this segment. Thank you so much for coming by, and that's April the 5th.
April the 5th.
Okay, Health Expo as part of the Get Fit Tullahoma program. So you guys need to check that out. Sounds like a lot of fun. I'm impressed you're still doing that.
She's wonderful.
Well, I don't have a partner, but I go because
I bet you can always find one if you
She
want one.
fills
well,
in.
She does.
I do dance some, not like I used to. I mean, we never sat down. We danced every tip when we were
She
dancing.
needs a partner, guys. You guys out there, you need to show up. Folks, we'll be right back with more living right after this.
Looking for a unique gift for someone special, or perhaps something just for yourself? Then you need to check out Grady Mac Denim Company, right here in the heart of Tullahoma. Grady Mac features the full line of men's and women's Lucky brand apparel. Stop in and check out our denim production line. Grady Mac offers a full line of outdoor sporting apparel and much more. And check out our custom fly fishing equipment, fine art, and fine sports memorabilia. There's something for everyone at Grady Mac Denim Company, the most unique store in Tullahoma.
The Russell Barnett Ford family has over 300 vehicles in inventory, both new and pre-owned, with vehicles starting as low as $29.95, along with rebates and incentives up to $10,000. You will not need to look any further than the Russell Barnett Ford family. Surrounded by great attitudes and even better prices, we want to save you time and money. So look no further than Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma and Russell Barnett Ford of Winchester, or visit us on the web at russellbarnett.com. And remember, why buy anywhere else?
We get closer to a world with more birthdays when we take cancer patients by the hand. We help them find answers and guidance and hope, and give them more candles to light. We're the American Cancer Society. Help create a world with more birthdays at morebirthdays.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. You like music? I love music. Everybody likes music, and you're getting ready to get blown away today because I have with me the Flat River Band right here.
Good to be here, buddy.
Hey,
it's great to be here.
This is Denny Joe.
That's right.
That's Andrew, and that's Kyle.
Kevin. That's Jeffro. Jethro.
How about
That's Chad.
Chad?
Yeah, that's Chad.
That's Chad.
He's the older brother.
Chad. He's the older brother. I can
Yes,
tell
sir.
that he needed glasses to write something. He won't work his phone.
He's about half blind.
About half blind. Guys, all brothers.
That's right.
You betcha.
We grew up in an authentic family bluegrass band. Playing.
So y'all were playing something from just about the time you could pick it up.
That's right.
Yeah.
We started playing in Branson there at Silver Dollar City. I guess Andy was so small he had to stand on a stool to play an upright bass so he could reach the neck.
Right.
He started out on the spoons, but
He's like me. Looks like he hasn't gotten too far away from it.
He wasn't talking about that. He's talking about hitting the knee.
Okay.
These guys.
So Flat River Band.
Yes.
Where does the Flat River Band name come from?
There's a little town in southeast Missouri, and that's where we're originally from.
Okay.
And we just, our dad had a business there in Flat River, Missouri for a long time. We grew up there in the summer, and we just thought that we would take on the name Flat River.
Right.
And since then, they've changed the name. It's an old lead mining community. And we thought we'd carry on the name.
They've dropped the name.
What is it now?
Park Hills.
Dry River.
Dry River. Dry it up, baby.
You know,
Dry
and
it
the
up.
thing about it is, Flat River, I was asking earlier, you know, Flat River, usually when you're on a flat river, you're not moving very fast, kind of slow, peaceful. But as we were doing a sound check, I've listened to these guys play. They ain't nothing slow about what they do. It is absolutely, it's incredible. And he's got great big old fingers, and I never have figured out how somebody can hit those little bitty strings that tight together with big old fingers like that.
I ain't figured out
dog
either.
fingers, don't he?
Guys, what?
You can tell we've all played the spoons.
Yeah, everybody's playing. Where you guys do you tour? Do you have product out? You have record?
We do. We have we have 3 CDs available on iTunes, and they can check it out at Flat River Band. Our website is currently under construction at this time, unfortunately.
But you can download us on iTunes.
All of our music is
Amazon.
available.
Amazon?
Yeah.
That's great, man. That's great.
We actually brought some CDs for some of your viewers.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes.
That'd be great.
Sure
That'd be great. So,
no, we didn't bring enough for all the viewers that you have. You know, we brought enough for a few giveaways.
we'll work
viewers.
that out.
Favorite viewers.
We'll have a first call.
Yeah, there you go.
First call and let people get some Flat River Band music.
That would be great.
Where are some of the places you play? Have you ever really taken a tour, short tour, or have you toured some?
Sure. Oh yeah. We matter of fact, we've taken some time off this last year. Chad has got a brand new little boy. He's been how
good for
your
you.
Boy?
Yeah.
Well,
old as you are,
he just turned a year.
That's great, awesome. As old as you are,
Good
I need
work.
to walk her off the stage here.
Good work, Grandpa. You're my hero.
That's Chad's third little boy.
All right.
This is the third one he's had, so or his wife's had, anyways. And so we've taken some time off this last year, but we're back touring again. We've toured since we were little. That's all we've done, you know.
Good. And
We
you play
from
around
coast to
here.
coast.
I know you play at Jim Oliver's Smokehouse.
Yeah, we play. We love to go up there, but once a month up to Jim Oliver's.
Right, great place, great people.
We love playing music up there, but more than that, we love eating that buffet.
Oh, there you go.
We can tear it up. Jim has got one heck of a buffet on that mountain.
Yeah, he does.
We tear it up too. He's seen us come, you know.
Yeah, he's good. Well, he's a good man.
Here comes the Flat River Boys.
Yeah, here come the Flat River Boys.
Yeah. And the next show we have coming up is let's see. That's coming up on the 28th of this month, and that's at the Highland Music Arts there in McMinnville, Tennessee. Okay. So, and you know, if I understand, that show is a limited seating venue.
Yep.
So I want to encourage people to call ahead and get a ticket if there's tickets left for that show.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know. I'm not 100% sure that there are tickets left for it, but if the telephone number for that is 931-507-0507.
And for those folks who don't know, that's in McMinnville.
Yeah, that's in McMinnville.
So it's in the area right here. It's not a big hard time to travel and get there.
But the name of the venue is called Highland Music and Arts. So.
Wonderful. Great.
It'd be great.
You know what I want you guys to do now? Because they're not watching to listen to me and y'all talk.
Sure.
They want to hear y'all play and sing.
Well, we'll do a brand new one. I wrote for my second wife.
right.
in hopes to convince her of my loyalty on the road. So that's a mouthful there.
Yeah.
But we just recorded, finished wrapping up our new CD this last Sunday, and we'll do a brand new one for you.
Okay, let's have it.
I could be in Times Square walking on the street, maybe down in Key West laying on the beach, or there in LA down in San Antonio. Anywhere with you, baby, it's home sweet home. Even in New Orleans or Buffalo, anywhere with you, baby, it's home sweet home. You're in my heart, you're in my soul, you're on my mind, girl, don't you know? Any highway, any street, any place beneath my feet, no night alone. I'm home sweet home. Play some, son. I could be in Tulsa, living on their time. Ready down in Georgia suits me just fine. Walking in Memphis like a rolling stone. Anywhere with you, baby, it's home sweet home. I can live in Cleveland, I'll live in Muscle Shoals. Anywhere with you, baby, it's home sweet home. You're in my heart, you're in my soul, you're on my mind, girl, don't you know? Any highway, any street, any place beneath my feet, no, I'm not alone. I'm home sweet home. I can be in Timbuktu, or maybe even be happy. But all I do, girl, is close my eyes. Baby, you all I see. My soul, you're on my mind, girl, don't you know? Any highway, any street, any place beneath my feet, no, I'm not alone. I'm home sweet home. No, I'm not alone. I'm home sweet home.
Awesome. All right. Woo-wee. I'm loving me a bunch of this.
Oh, great.
See, they ain't nothing flat. I didn't hear one flat note.
Let's rewind that. Let's look closer.
A little closer. A little closer. I'll tell you what. Why don't you give us another one? What are you gonna do now? Oh, one more thing I want to say before that. There's nothing greater and nothing more able to define than family harmony.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't happen anywhere else. I mean, you can be good.
It's a genetic thing.
But looking at each other eye to eye for your whole life and knowing how it's going to be is the greatest gift in the world, guys. And you do a very good job.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, so much.
You want this little bitty thing right here?
Yeah, I think so.
Let me hold this. I'll try not to break it.
All right. What do you think about maybe while we're doing new songs? Would you want to take them on a vacation?
Sure.
I need a vacation. You take us on a vacation? Y'all paying for it?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, I'm in. All right. The Flat River Band.
4 long days and 3 short nights. Gonna have the time of my life. 4 long days and 3 short nights. Kicking back in paradise. Why does the boss man scream to my dick? 24/7 seems so upset. I know this, I need to get away. Thinking about taking some of my sick days. 4 long days and 3 short nights. Oh yeah, gonna have the time of my life. 4 long days and 3 short nights.
kicking back in paradise. Tear the paint off that thing, son. Oh, yeah. I love mama. Simply find a big tree. Me and my baby in the summer breeze. This factory job, it ain't for me. R&R is what I need. I know this, we're gonna have a ball. Stop by stopping at the Asian Spa. 4 long days and 3 short nights. Gonna have the time of my life. 4 long days and 3 short nights. Kicking back in paradise. 4 long days and 3 short nights. Well, 4 long days and 3 short nights. Gonna have the time of my life. I'm gonna have the time of my life. 4 long days and 3 short nights. It's 4 long days and 3 short nights. Kicking back in paradise.
Praise the Lord. I'll tell you what, that is some good stuff, fellas. That is some good stuff. I am so glad that y'all came to be on the show with us today.
Thank you.
And you folks out there, you need to realize wherever these guys are, you find them, because this is good stuff, and I guarantee you'll be glad. You're glad you did. That's all I can say. Won't be disappointed. That's that word I was looking for. Won't be disappointed. Guys, again, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. They can go to the Flat River Band on iTunes
or Amazon,
and buy your stuff and do that.
Or come out to our show.
Come out to this show.
28th.
And that's in McMinnville.
Yep.
At the center up there. Folks, we'll be back after these messages.
The highest standard of trust offers a sense of safety and comfort. It's established over time. You know when you see it. You know when you feel it. There's a standard of trust in healthcare. It's the Joint Commission Gold Seal of Approval. In 2003, Life Care Center of Tullahoma voluntarily achieved this accreditation and maintains it still today. Life Care, meeting a higher standard because residents matter most.
Have you heard that little voice that beckons you to come home to Tennessee? Well, here's your chance. Here's a property offered by its owner. It's 20 miles from the National Walking Horse Celebration grounds in Shelbyville, Tennessee, and only 10 minutes away from the Jack Daniel Distillery in Lynchburg. It's located at 769 Shipman Creek Road. This property has over a 5,300 square foot home on 45 acres, and a sprawling 200 acres is also available. Let's take a look at the house. Built in 1998, this home has 4 bedrooms and 3.5 baths. This home offers wide open views, featuring the main floor with over 2,700 square feet of living room, an eat-in kitchen, a formal dining area, and a massive 20 by 19 master bedroom with a master bath and fireplace included. There is craftsmanship at every turn, solid cherry cabinets, built-in cherry shelves, and other solid cherry appointments. It's a 2-story home with 3 nicely sized bedrooms upstairs. Down a spiral staircase, the basement hosts a 40 by 40 den with a handcrafted bar. We're leaving the jukebox here, folks. The basement is a recreation room on steroids. There are too many closets to count and more than you'll ever need. There are so many places in this home to find peace that you'll seldom want to leave it. But when you do, you'll discover up to 200 acres of paved roads with city water. The property is quilted with streams, woods, ponds, and open pasture. The view from the porch alone is enough to say you're home. The property includes a 3-bay heavy construction shop and and plenty of room to build stables and graze livestock. If Tennessee's been calling you home, start your journey by calling this number. A property like this comes on the market but once in a lifetime. We think you'll love it. We think you'll stay. This is a very real estate.
I'm meteorologist Leland Statham from the News Channel 5 Weather Center. Look to Jim Fuller and crew for local news night here on Channel 6.
All right, folks, we're back, and you know, everything that's open sometimes needs to be closed. And there's certain ways you can do that. You can shut the door and lock it. You could bring the window down. You can use a zipper, or you can use a button. And I've got some folks here with me today that have got just about any kind of button that you want to look at, and they're here to talk about an event they're going to have later on in the month. And right here they are. And I'm going to let you introduce yourself as we go across. And I love you, pearls, and I love you, buttons.
Those are buttons.
Those are buttons. See, what do I know? Who are you, sweetheart?
Okay, I'm Crocia Robertson from Winchester. And we belong to the Tennessee State Button Society. And also, we're members of the John Coffey Button Club, which meets in Manchester, and our other one meets in Cookville. But, you know, we have to take all of them in.
Those are buttons,
yes,
aren't they?
Those are buttons. Those
well, they're pretty as pearls.
They're hand-blown buttons. And even the little shanks on them are self-shanks.
I will say.
Made out of the hand-blown glass.
All right.
Okay, well, my ring happens to be buttons, too.
Yes, it is.
Yes, brass
Isn't that
buttons.
pretty?
And so is this little critter.
That's a big button.
That's a big button with movable eyes.
With movable eyes. You'd have to have a big old hole to use that button, wouldn't you?
Well, no, I just use this piece of wood to carry him.
Okay.
And he fits into this piece of wood.
Well, isn't that something? That's great.
So that you can wear him.
All right. Who are your friends over here?
All righty, with me is Peggy McCulloch from Viola. Long
Hi, Miss
time
Peggy.
button collector.
And what does Miss Peggy have in her hand there? I want to see what that is.
I have a charm string. Now, charm string was started by young girls years ago in the 1800s who enjoyed buttons.
Yeah, you go hold it on up a little. No, you hold it on up a little bit where she can get it.
They would
There you
string
go.
these buttons when they could find a button. When their mother or grandmother or someone would give them a button, they would string them. When they got down to the 1,000th button, they were supposed to meet their true love.
Really?
They had to have 1,000 buttons on them.
1,000 buttons
1,000
to
buttons.
meet your true love.
Then they would marry their true love.
How often did that happen, Rick?
Well, I don't know.
It's a good story,
It's
though,
a good
isn't it?
story, and there's also a book written about it.
All right.
So it's a really interesting thing.
And what do you have around your neck?
I have some buttons that have been, these are Bakelite buttons, and they have been sewed onto a piece of a tie, a necktie, a man's necktie. And so they are
But they're all buttons.
They're all buttons.
That is a
Yeah.
good-looking necklace.
Well, thank
a
you.
button necklace. Now, you got these two roses here. Who's this thorn over here on me?
Well, I tell you, he's much more than a thorn. But you know, do you know, before buttons, back before the 13th century, they used thorns to fasten their clothes together.
Yeah,
Strings,
I would say that.
Strings, thorns, pins. I don't remember what the other things were, but you know, and
different
and when
stuff.
they started, who do you think wore the first buttons? Was
Men.
it the men or the women?
Probably the women.
Men.
No, it was the men. And they were not used for practical purposes. They were used as adornment. Okay, and we have one of the 5 men who are in our Tennessee Button Society with us, and this is Mr. George Oliver from over at Smithville.
Very good.
And I want to ask Mr. Oliver to tell you how he got started with buttons.
Mr. Oliver, how did you get started with buttons?
Well, my first button buy was in 1991. I was in the Air Force. Went to a small base up north for an inspection. We got there on a Sunday.
They had a local flea market. I said, well, I'll go to the flea market. So I went over there to the flea market, and here was a box of buttons. And I asked the lady how much they were. She said 5 marks, which was about $3 to $4.
This is in Germany, you know.
And I said, I'll take them all. And so I gave her the money, and then I went back to the hotel where we were staying, and I counted them, and we had 1,212 buttons for $5. And that got me started. And I lean more toward brass buttons, uniform buttons. They probably won't show up very well, I think. It's too shiny.
I don't know, they might. Maybe she can get a shot of that right there.
Anything that's a brass button.
It's hard to see that. Maybe if I turn them down instead of up. There they are.
And most of them are military, American, British, French, German.
And I noticed as some of them are turned over, you told me earlier that some of the markings on buttons like this that make them special are not on the front of the button, but on the back of the button where they're stamped.
They're called back marks, and that tells the button maker. And each button that is marked will have a certain thing, and then there's a book that has the codes for them, because it could say the maker up above, and then it would be whatever the place was where they worked. Waterbury, Connecticut has probably made the most buttons of anybody in the world. They did all the military buttons in World War I. World War II, there were a lot of them that were contracted out.
Right.
There's one company, Hortzman in Philadelphia. It's been going on for years. They hadn't made a button.
But they're known as a button company.
They're known as a button company because they contracted them out.
But they don't manufacture.
Waterbury made, I don't know how many millions of buttons for World War II. That was the biggest demand for buttons at that time. Okay. And so they contracted. And I think there was something I read somewhere, it was probably about 50 or 60 different companies. So when I find one from a different town or different, I put them in the collection there. And just
now, we're here today because we are jointly working on a project to help to educate people about buttons. There's lots of people that have button boxes that have been passed down through the years, and they may not realize that some materials that buttons are made of are not compatible, and so they just toss them all into a tin box, and then they may find that if they put plastic in with them, their pearl buttons may have turned powdery, or maybe their metal buttons have turned green. And you could easily restore the pearl, but the metal, you can easily take the green color off. But if it may be beyond repair beneath it.
So you're wanting to help educate people.
We want to educate people.
Take care of their button.
That's right. And so on March the 29th, we are going to have a wonderful exhibit at the Extension Office building in Winchester. And we are going to have 3 presentations that will help to people to learn these things. We're also going to have, they can bring their old button boxes and their button jars, and we will help to identify what's in it and tell them how to take care of them.
That's great.
Might even buy some too if they want to sell them.
Yeah, if they want to
might buy a button or two.
No, we're not selling buttons.
No, so y'all might buy a button or two.
Maybe.
You know, that reminds me of a little, I was telling her I write commercials for non-existent businesses, and you've heard the term button your lip. I was talking about where terms come from, button your lip when you're tired of hearing something. Well, at Benny's Button Barn for Christmas this last year, they had what they call the Lucite lip locker that men went in and bought. When you're tired of that yip, you can button that lip with a Lucite lip locker, and it comes in 12 designer lipstick colors, to where when you button her up, it matches her lipstick. Now, how about that? You think I could sell some lip locker buttons at the button show?
I'm sure there's somebody that collects them.
Folks, we appreciate you being here with us. A delightful hobby, educational thing you're doing here at your exhibition. Have a good time, and look, and next time you're doing something else, when the buttons are rolling, come back and see us, okay?
All right.
Appreciate you being here.
We
All right.
We do it because we can always talk buttons.
I bet you can. Folks, we'll be right back. I'm going to have to get a Lucite lip locker on her. See you in a minute.
Let the Smokehouse be your mountain getaway destination in beautiful Monteagle, Tennessee. Enjoy our cabins, restaurant, and old general store. Shop thesmokehouse.com featuring homemade barbecue sauces, jellies, and many other fine Tennessee products. Our live Music on the Mountain series features some of the best local and Nashville talent every Friday and Saturday night, 6:30 p.m. No cover, kids welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please, for the following public service announcement. He's back! The Watkins Man is back, bringing his world-famous Watkins products to 104 East Lauderdale Street in Tullahoma, where Richard and Stephanie Carpenter have opened the area's only Watkins store. Since 1886, Watkins has produced all-natural products, starting with the pain liniment and now including soaps, oils, creams, scrubs, royal jelly, beeswax, supplements dedicated to natural health and pain management, cover total external and internal body care. And don't forget the world-famous spices, extracts, teas, and cooking ingredients. With too many products to list, know that all Watkins products are 100% natural using the highest quality ingredients obtainable. Always remember with Watkins, when you buy the best, you use less.
To rid yourself of body pain, stiffness, and stress while increasing circulation, visit the Balance Spa in Shelbyville at 731 North Main Street. Or have them visit you at your office for a chair massage. Simon Cow and Maria Keys Gammon give a professional full-body foot or chair massage that makes you feel like new. Call owner Linda Hackle Brown at 931-639-4885 to set your appointment today.
How long has it been since you raced a cheetah? Are your tornado creating skills getting rusty? Tired of being the only one in your neighborhood who hasn't built a dinosaur? Sounds like it's time to visit the Hands-On Science Center. The Hands-On Science Center is an indoor science playground. In this museum, please touch is the rule. Join us for weekly science demonstrations on space, lasers, lizards, rocks, and a whole lot more. No two visits are ever the same, so visit often to see our ever-changing exhibits and demonstrations. The Hands-On Science Center, 101 Mitchell Boulevard in Tullahoma.
I'm meteorologist Leland Statham, and you're watching Just Plain Living here on Charter Channel 6.
All right, folks, we're back, and in keeping on talking about ladies and buttons and all of these things, we have some beautiful young ladies who have come in out here that are our distinguished young women. The other day, I went out to the Arnold Center rifle range where State Representative Judd Matheny had some folks from Nashville down, along with folks from the ADC Council and UTSI, and it was women shooting machine guns. Guys, let me tell you what, when women get to where they can shoot machine guns, we don't have a prayer. Judd Matheny, women with machine guns. All right, I'm with State Representative Judd Matheny right now, and we're at the Arnold Center Rifle Range, and as you can see behind him, there's a machine gun. Judd, what in the world are you doing down here today?
Well, I'm in heaven, but other than that, I'm hosting a group of legislators today. We'll probably have about 25 lawmakers coming out of Nashville and about 10 county and city mayors, including our mayors from Tullahoma, Manchester, joint officials from Arnold's Engineering Development Center, the Tennessee Army National Guard, in what we call legislative orientation. And it's an opportunity for the Tennessee General Assembly to learn more about AEDC and its unique mission, to learn more about UTSI and its mission, and also Arnold Engineering Development Center and its interoperability with the Tennessee Army National Guard, which we highlight today with some weapons demonstrations out here. And we actually get the legislators and all the spectators get an opportunity to fire weapons. We have about 50 guns and 25,000 rounds of ammunition, and we have weapons from early era manufacture all the way to modern day. They're weapons both that our soldiers have used in war and have had used against us, and it's a great opportunity for familiarization with those weapons, as well as an opportunity to learn more about the history of our armed forces. But overall, it's a chance for Coffee County to put a smile on face, even though the weather's kind of dreary, on the Tennessee General Assembly. Let them know what kind of jewels we have down here in the training site here and in our Engineering Development Center.
Well, I'm sure somebody's going to ask the question, who's paying for this?
It's all private donations. It comes from various businesses, Viam Manufacturing, we have Mid-South Distributing, we have several of the industrial parks have, businesses within industrial parks have given us some money. We've had some private money from some individuals. United Regional Medical Center is a big donor. The Arnold Community Council sponsors our meal tonight, which is at UTSI, and we use it with privately funded dollars, and we try to keep it that way.
So this is a great opportunity for Coffee County to strut its stuff in front of a bunch of the legislators that make decisions in the state about where funding goes and how it goes. Gives us an opportunity to shine.
You nailed it, John.
Thanks, buddy, and thanks for all you do.
I'm proud to do it. Thank you for the opportunity.
Okay, man. There's the bus coming in from Nashville right there. A briefing for our legislators about the different types of weapons they'll be using at this station and the different type of ammunition, and getting them prepared to go out and shoot some guns. Girls with machine guns. That's all we guys need. Look at the target out there. There are people all down the range for our different kinds of guns.
I don't know. Try this one.
Oh, I got it! I got it!
One more time. That's pretty good.
And that's Clay Banks right there.
Yeah, I think he's a little over that.
What about you, Clay?
That's pretty cool right there. I got a bunch.
Smoking tobacco accounts for 3 of every 10 fire deaths in the United States.
Tullahoma Fire Department. Need you en route to a structure fire, 202 Main Street. Heavy smoke showing. Neighbors advise child trapped inside.
Lighters, matches, and associated smoking paraphernalia are the leading cause of preschooler fire deaths. We as firefighters know that most structure fires can be prevented.
I've got one! I've got one!
Command, this is primary search. We have a victim. Need EMS to meet us at the front door.
Please help us to give you a fighting chance. This can be prevented. Contact the Tullahoma Fire Department for a free home safety inspection.
What's a Tennessee vacation? It starts off like any road trip, and then, boom, adventure and thrills everywhere you look, which happens to be some of the most beautiful scenery in the country. Music here, history there, and all kinds of green in between. Come relax and unwind, or bring the crowd for some stargazing, or stargazing. Whatever you do, come hungry and expect an awesome soundtrack. It's all right here in Tennessee. We're playing your song. For a free vacation guide, visit tnvacation.com.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
The Charter Triple Play lets you experience TV, internet, and phone the way you want with no contracts. Hooked on HD? Now over 100 HD channels available. Movie lover? Get 10,000 on-demand movies and shows. 1,500 in HD, including movies in 3D. Missing your favorite shows? Record and watch TV with DVR service for 4 rooms and over 780 hours of storage space. Get Charter TV for $29.99 a month. Photo fiend, music fan, video streamer? Switch to super fast Charter Internet and do it all with the bandwidth to support all your devices. At 30 megabits per second, Charter Internet is 10 times faster than the phone company's DSL. Get Charter Internet for $29.99 a month. Want more talk for less? Charter Phone has unlimited long-distance calling with no added fees like the phone company charges. Get Charter Phone for $29.99 a month. The new Charter Triple Play. TV, internet, and phone for just $29.99 a month each when bundled. Call 855-81-T-PLAY now.
Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes,
no,
I
you can't.
Yes,
no,
I
you
can.
Can't. Anything you can say, I can say faster.
I can say anything faster than you.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. Yes,
no,
I
you
can.
can't.
Yes,
no,
I
you
can.
can't.
Yes, I can.
I can jump a hurdle.
I can wear a girdle.
I can knit a sweater.
I can fill it better.
I can do most anything.
Can you bake a pie?
No.
Neither can I.
Anything you can sing, I can sing sweeter.
I can sing anything sweeter than you.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Oh, yes, I can.
No, you can't.
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 Oh my goodness, I love it when you come on this show, Jim Sedan. And Madison, you're playing the part of Nellie in Annie Get Your Gun, and today during the song you're pretending you're your big sister Annie.
Yep.
That was great. I'm impressed. And
thank you.
As always.
Thank you so much.
You always do a good job.
Thanks.
And you're playing the part of Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie Davenport, Buffalo Bills manager and sidekick and kind of comic relief.
Comic relief.
Yeah.
And you do that really well.
Well, thank you so much.
I am so excited about this play. I can't remember how many's in it, but I think the whole region, 80 people?
I think 80. That's what I heard, 80.
80 people. And the star of the show is Lindsay Slaughter.
Oh, she's great.
And the young man doing
Keith Worsham.
Worsham. He is wonderful,
yes,
too.
Yeah.
I mean, beautiful. Great cast all the way around.
Yeah.
And so when is this coming off?
Well, the show is the first weekend in April. So it's the Thursday the 4th, Thursday the 3rd, Friday the 4th, Saturday the 5th, and Sunday the 6th.
Sunday matinee.
They were going to do 2 weekends, but they can't because of spring or prom and all these different things.
Lots of things happening.
So you got to get your tickets right away.
Got to get your tickets right away.
Selling out.
They will sell out.
Yeah.
And it's, I don't know that, I say this every time, but this seems to be a really outstanding cast.
Really?
We've got some cowboys on that stage that just tickle me to death.
Yeah, both Lindsay and Keith are music majors. I think he went to Belmont, and I'm not sure where she went.
And they're from Shelbyville, both
yes,
of them.
Yeah.
So we're really excited to have them. Madison, what made you want to audition?
I thought it would be fun to be in a country play.
And have you found that it's fun?
Yes.
Do you have a favorite part?
Doing what comes naturally.
Doing what? That's cute. We worked on that last night with the orchestra. When I ask you when it comes off, you'd think I'd know since I'm doing the orchestra.
Right.
Anyway.
A lot of songs.
A lot of stuff going on here.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're anxious to get in with the group and see what all is happening.
Yeah.
All right, we need to talk a little bit about tickets. Tickets are going fast, and I think it's, oh my gosh,
The phone number
for the
I'm
Community
not sure.
Playhouse
607-7767.
I know you can get them at
I think.
www.communityplayhouse.org.
And you can get them online, and you don't have to stand in line. That's
Right.
the beauty of that.
Yep.
The Community Playhouse is part of South Jackson Civic Center because they come in and rent space, and we're so fortunate to have such a high-class playhouse.
Yeah.
Because I think this is one of my favorite plays now that I'm listening to it, because all the music is singable.
It's
Have you
all
noticed?
singable. You're going to walk out singing every song.
Do you have a favorite song?
Well, I think I like. They say that falling in love is
That's
wonderful.
beautiful. That's beautiful.
You know that.
I think you guys have a little bit of a script.
Yes, we
You
do.
want to do that? What part are you doing? Who are you being Annie again?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, this is what we did for our audition, and I would encourage everyone the next time there's a musical in town,
Get out there and audition.
go try out. Take your
know.
kids and try out. We did that just for fun.
To keep yourself off the street. That's a
Yeah,
good
keep
thing,
us out
I
of
know.
trouble, and so we did that together, and it's really great for the kids to
Oh, let's
build
hear your
self-esteem.
audition piece.
Yeah,
I think
let's
that
do
would be
that.
fun.
I'm gonna play an old woman
Okay.
with a bird on her hat, and Madison plays Annie.
Okay.
And so that's how the scene starts. So
All
grab your
right.
rifle there, and remember, aim high. Oh my! I thank you to give me that bird.
What for? It's mine. I shot it.
You shot it off of my hat.
No fooling. How'd it get up there?
Well, I sewed it up there.
Tain't no good. Tain't got no meat on it.
Well, it's not an eating bird, you ignorant creature. It's a wearing bird.
Well, all right, but around these parts you have to keep sewing it on, because folks keep shooting it off.
Oh, why, you've completely ruined it.
Don't get your giblets in the fuss. Here, I'll give you one of mine.
Oh, get away from me with that filthy thing, you nasty ragamuffin.
She ain't filthy. She looks better than you, and she's got a bullet through her head.
So there you go, yeah.
There's some really
So,
cute lines.
yeah.
You did a great job playing Annie.
Yeah,
Thank you.
she's had to fill in for her a couple times when she's
Annie's
not
got
been at
some-
practice, so.
Annie's got some competition
Yeah,
there.
on her heels. Maybe she'll get to do a lead in a musical, and and
Exactly.
later. And so we're just getting ready.
For me, one of the exciting things about this production is that Rosie Graham and Janet Patterson are directing.
Yeah.
Beverly Long is doing the choreography. I'm doing the
Orchestration, yeah.
leading. Lisa Mowers at piano, and then we have 16 people in the orchestra. It takes time to say who all they are, like 80 people on stage.
Absolutely.
But it's a huge conglomerate of people, and a great opportunity just to come and have a good night and enjoy it. And, have
And
fun.
it's the 60th anniversary of the
Of
theater.
the Playhouse,
Yes.
that's right. Oh, and
so
Ann Baldwin has done the vocals,
Yes,
for heaven's
that's
sakes.
right.
So I consider all these people my friends.
It's just
nice
a
to
great
work with
show. You're
them.
not going to want to miss this one.
And I guess the celebration is opening night, which would, or is it Friday night?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure of
I'm
that.
not sure.
So I
Every
do
night
know
will be a celebration.
Everybody will be a celebration, but I do know it's the 60th year and there's a lot of
Yeah.
stuff going on. Who are the other kids in the play?
Alyssa Freeze and Mason Singer is my
Alyssa
brother.
Freeze is that little one,
Mhm.
the least one, and
Yes.
Mason with the glasses.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're excellent
Aren't
too.
they?
I think it's the cutest group of kids.
It is. It
Are
is.
Are you the only three that have speaking parts?
Yes.
Yeah, there were only a few speaking parts for children, but they allowed everyone that tried it out
To
to
get
have
on
a part.
stage.
And there's scenes with a kazoo band and all the kids singing and
You know,
dancing.
something I found interesting is that on PBS recently they've been doing the Old West and the medicine shows, or whatever
Yeah.
you call this. Who plays the role of
The old spaghetti westerns and all
the old-
those. Yeah.
Yeah, and the role of the guy that Wes. What is his role?
I can't remember.
Oh, it's all right.
There were so
Never
many
mind,
great
but
cowboys.
The great cowboys and great
Gene
parts.
Autry and all those great guys
Yeah.
riding the trail.
But anyway, the Old West shows were how the people out west brought what they did into New York City and into
Yeah.
the big cities, because otherwise they didn't know what was happening out there. It was
And that's portrayed in this show.
All right, you guys, if you miss this play, you're going to really be missing a fun time in your life. Okay, let's just say goodbye, and don't forget, Annie, get your gun.
There's no business like show
April
business,
3rd,
remember.
4th, 5th, and 6th. Buy a ticket now.
Yeah, thanks.
We'll be back.
For the past 32 years, we've had an amazing Register of Deeds, Miss Ellen Vaughn. Miss Vaughn has announced her retirement and will be leaving soon. We're going to miss her professionalism and kindness. I'm Tracy Hirschman Weibert, candidate for the office. I know these are some big shoes to fill. My education and experience has now brought me to this place and time where I'm asking you for your vote for Coffee County Register of Deeds. Let's keep a good thing going.
Vote Weibert Indeed, Coffee County's most qualified.
Partners for Healing provides medical care to the working uninsured of Coffee, Franklin, and Moore counties. We are in Tullahoma from 8 to 5, Monday through Thursdays, and in Manchester on Fridays from 8 to 12. We provide primary medical care and offer an in-house disease management program.
My name is Rosie Mitchell, and I would just like to say I am blessed to have partners in my life.
Please call 455-5014 for more information. Thank you for being one of our Partners for Healing.
It's over! It's over! The Shelbyville girls have defeated Bradley County for the state championship.
Shelbyville's the winner, 48-46.
Join the Bobby Locke Coach 1964 state champions March 22nd from 5 till 8 p.m. in the Shelbyville Central High School Gymnasium as they relive that memorable evening when they came together to win the first state championship for Shelbyville. Join us for a meet and greet with players and cheerleaders from 1964 and enjoy a 3-on-3 basketball game featuring members of the championship team. Contact Sylvia Sanders Pitson at 931-580-9696 or Amy Feeney Wells at 931-581-8194 for more information.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Excalibur limousine provided by AAA Limousine Service, and these are the South Jackson Gatsby girls starting the promotion for the Great Gatsby Gala that will be held at South Jackson June 7th, 2014. Get your party hat on, folks. It's gonna be a ball. What about it, girls?
Here's to ya.
Welcome back. I finally got the opportunity to speak with beautiful girls, beautiful, intelligent girls. I'm going to let you introduce yourself today, and we'll start on the end.
My name is Jacqueline Zevick, and I was second runner-up for Distinguished Young Women.
My name is Macy Marin, and I'm the Distinguished Young Woman of Cumberland Valley.
My name is Ashley Stevens, and I'm the Distinguished Young Woman of Tullahoma.
That is awesome. Ladies, I feel so blessed that we have you in our region.
Aw, thank
That is
you.
wonderful. The contest was this weekend, was it? When
Yes,
was it?
Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday.
And I'm interested to know what all you had to do. What are some of the things you had to do?
We had to do scholastics, and that was basically just our grades, and they took the average of, like, you know, our ACT scores and everything like that. And then we did an interview, which was basically, you know, we just got interviewed by 5 judges, and it was 10 minutes long.
Do you remember any of the questions?
I got asked what are the positives and negatives of having 5 siblings in my family.
And can you give me a quick answer?
Sure. I said 5 positive. For the positives of it, it was never boring, and there's always fun happening around our house. And then some of the the only negative thing that there really is sometimes that since there's so many things going on with all the different kids, there's not really time for every single parent to be at every single event. So that was the only negative there really is of it.
And sometimes your parents kind of stay out of your face because there's so many of you, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that's
that's
nice.
true.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
You did a wonderful job. All right, tell me, what was your talent?
Okay, my talent is clogging. So I clogged a Rocky Top.
I love that.
Yes.
And how long have you been clogging?
I have been clogging since I was 5.
Wonderful. Who do you clog with?
The Rhythm Express Cloggers, so out of Manchester, Tennessee.
I know who the Rhythm Express Cloggers are. Well, how proud they must be that you were
Yes.
representing them. Do you remember
It's
your
fun.
best question?
Okay, they asked me, I want to go into sports broadcasting, so they asked me how I would broadcast a play. So I had to kind of like go through the motions of that and act like I was holding the microphone. So that was actually pretty fun. I enjoyed the interview. I thought, did y'all think? I didn't think it was that stressful at all.
Now, I don't want to forget about Hope Woodard.
Yes,
She
of
was,
course.
tell me who she was.
She was our first runner-up.
First runner-up. Well, she was one of my voice students, and I know she sang for her talent. So what was your talent?
I performed Let It Go from Disney's Frozen.
Oh, wow. That's the biggest song of the year. I love it. I love it. And it was a minute and a half, right? Something
Yes,
like
ma'am.
that. And sometimes it's hard to cut
It
just
is.
exactly
Such a
what
great
you need.
song.
Did I ask you what you did for your talent?
No, ma'am. I sang Smile by Charlie Chaplin.
Cute.
Yes,
Did you
ma'am.
dress up like Charlie?
No, ma'am. I wore like a long black sparkly dress.
I am so proud. Listen, honestly, it's a great opportunity for all of you, but you had to be smart to do it. You can't just be a lame duck and get this place. So what are some of the things that are expected of you this year? Do you have some events that you have to attend, or are there certain things you have to do?
Well, a major one is that Macy and I are going to the state competition in the summer, and that's a fun.
And
there's a lot of preparation
you'll
for that.
go back to, you'll do the interview again, and
Yes,
you'll do your talent again, and
fitness. There's
oh, we forgot
self-expression.
fitness.
Yeah.
And what do you do for fitness? Is there a routine?
Yes.
We've got a video. I've got to let you show the video. I'm sorry, ladies. Let's see. This must be the event itself. Wow, there's a lot of, there's a lot of people. How many girls? Do you
there were
remember?
18 girls.
18.
They all became so close. It was great. This is during awards.
And where was this?
This is at the high school auditorium.
Sorry, I missed it.
Yay, there's a Jacqueline.
There we go. Yeah. And that's an award for second runner-up. Okay.
So this will be Hope.
This should be Hope. Is she hiding in the back?
I guess they're waiting for. I think Anna Gilbert, our Miss Tullahoma, was presenting this award.
But no, that's not Hope.
Anna Gilbert was first runner-up her year, so she presents the same.
Yeah. This is Dan Lawson announcing it.
18 girls from all over?
They're all from Tullahoma.
Oh, these were all Tullahoma, so now you're going to represent Tullahoma in the state contest. Okay, now I'm getting it.
There's Hope.
There she is. Beautiful girl. And smart, too.
And talented. Her talent was very good.
I was proud of her for picking a song that was old and
exactly.
big band song, and we recorded the background here.
It was when Sunny Gets Blue, right?
Yeah. She did a good job. And I'm sure all the girls did a good job, because they wouldn't get where they are. They wouldn't be on that stage if they hadn't been smart and talented. It takes a
lot of work.
Yeah, it does.
That's Courtney Miller. She is the Distinguished Young Woman of Cumberland Valley. She handed her title off to me, and she is now the Distinguished Young Woman of Tennessee.
Oh, beautiful.
She went on and
what a cute dress. Different.
And she's going to
yeah, she's going to be a national singer.
When you all were all right. Good. Yeah. That's beautiful. I like that, your dress. When you all go to pick your dresses, do you get to just pick what you personally want, or does somebody advise you on all that?
They have to be to our needs.
There are
Okay.
dresses there that you can choose from past winners and people that have participated.
Okay.
But you can also choose. You can go out and buy one, either knee length or whatever.
But you don't feel like you have to go and spend thousands of dollars
That's
like
the good
beauty
thing.
queens often do, and I'm glad for that.
That's the good thing about our program. Our program's the only one in Tennessee that actually like reuses old dresses and everything. So
That's smart.
Yes, ma'am.
That's very wise. Did you decide to do this audition on your own, or did someone pick you to do it?
We all were.
I know that you were smart.
We all were given the opportunity. Any of the girls who are juniors in our school are allowed to compete.
I think
but a lot of
anybody
people
can do it, because my title is Cumberland Valley, so I think it's open to really anybody.
I think ours is open.
You mean
Cumberland
regardless of scholastic?
Or regardless of school. I think because I know in years past there's been girls from like Coffee County and Franklin County in it.
Okay, so it is open to everyone, and so to be chosen is quite honorable.
I think, I guess so.
Yeah,
I think
it
so.
is. Where do you go in the summer for the competition?
Cleveland, Tennessee.
Cleveland. And do you know how many people will be there? Be a lot.
I don't know.
Obviously,
About 20 or 30
if it's
girls.
statewide.
See, last year I think it was between 16 and 20.
Yeah.
There were.
Are you excited?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
You know, it is what a great way to end your junior year, to go and compete for a Distinguished Young Woman. I mean, Tullahoma has done well in the past.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
How many we had? 2, 3?
Katie Brock.
Katie Brock and
won
went on to
nationals.
win nationals.
She won nationals.
Exactly.
Chandler Lawson won
did a great
Tennessee
job.
her year and interview at nationals.
And then last year we swept state.
Last year we swept state because Kayla Vance was our first runner-up at state, and
what a cutie she is.
Courtney Miller won Tennessee.
Well, we are so pleased that you chose to come on our show and let us interview you briefly, and we hope to see you back winning competitions from here on out. We'll be back with more of Living.
Oh, hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is the paint. Uh-oh. I just knocked a tree over. This is the paint doctor. I got the color wheel. Now, you know what a color wheel is? It is the wheel at the paint works where you pick all your colors to paint your room. It could be a multicolored beard. It could be a underarm fan. You never can tell. One thing we do know is that it's time to paint. You know, you can make your wife very happy if you go to your house and paint some rooms, or you paint the outside of the house, the inside of the house. It makes them feel very good because you work hard for them and they like that. All women like to see their man sweat. You know, they do. Honeydew is what they do. And you get to do it too. So you go to the paint works at 1960 North Washington Street and you see David Heikkinen over there, and he's the real paint doctor. He fix you up with color. It's so nice when the color is right. Go to Paintworks today. Martin Senor. See? Martin Senor. Right there. Martin Senor at the Paintworks. Bye, and we see you next time. I'm burning up.
Today's Charter tip: set up your parental controls. Children don't always know what they should and shouldn't watch, but parents do, and Charter can help. Charter's parental controls are easy to set up. All you need is a 4-digit PIN. Then you can lock specific titles, channels, and show ratings, even hide program titles and block paid programming purchases. Family protection in just 4 digits. Another way Charter gives you more. Visit charter.net/tips to get started.
All right, I'm back, and let's go to a two-shot here where I can get Mr. Fuller in this conversation with me.
Yeah, you know, because I tell you what, John, I've been wanting to have this conversation for probably over a year since the first time you gave me a clue that this was going to happen, and you've been holding back, John. Now let's wait till it actually comes down. So, but finally we're going to be able to have this conversation, and I think you ought to be able to be the one who actually tells our viewing audience what's happening here, because this is big.
Well, and I found out, of course, about 3 months ago that before Ray Price died, that he had put one of my songs on his last project called The Final Sessions of Ray Price. And of course, we didn't say anything about it because we didn't know, you know, like most old guys are not necessarily old entertainers. A lot of entertainers don't have a record deal these days.
Sure. I
mean, that whole industry has changed in so many ways, and so, you know, I didn't want to say anything about it for fear that nothing would come of it, and then people go, "Yeah, well, what happened to that?" You know.
Mm-hmm.
But we got a press release last week that the album will come out, and it's on Amaramonte Records, and it is to be sold in Walmart and Cracker Barrel on the 15th of April is when that will start.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a 3-song sampler that can be downloaded now, and that has 3 songs on it. This Thing of Ours, I Wish I Was 18 Again, and Beauty Lies in the Eyes of the Beholder, which is the song I wrote.
Which is the title song of the album.
The name of the album is Beauty Is Ray Price.
Mm-hmm.
And while we say that, you can go to www.beautyisrayprice.com. That's the website for the song, and that will give you all the information there, and has a copy. You can look on my Facebook page as well, and there'll be a copy of the press release on there, and it talks about what happened. What was just phenomenal I didn't know about it till late yesterday afternoon, but Eddie Stubbs, who is the voice of the Grand Ole Opry now, and has a radio show on WSM AM in Nashville, 650. He was one of 3 places that Ray, because he and Ray were friends. When Ray would come to Nashville, after the Opry, he would go over to the radio station and maybe spend an hour or 2 or 3 hours with Eddie. They were really good friends, and he wanted Eddie to be one of the three places that this album was premiered. The other was on Willie's Roadhouse, and it was yesterday. And Dr. Terry McLaurin called me from Florida. It's the funniest thing. He called me and he said, I just heard your song on Willie's Roadhouse in Florida.
That's great.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy for me, and he was excited. There was a station in Dallas who had a DJ out there who had been working for 40, 50 years that Ray knew, and then Eddie Stubbs. And last night on WSM at 8 o'clock, from 8 o'clock, it was going to be 8 o'clock till 9 o'clock, they premiered the album. And they had Fred Foster, who's the producer, who produced Ray and Roy Orbison and Willie and Dolly and Chris Christopherson and on and on and on. He produced this. Because he had produced the Grammy Award-winning album that Ray did in the late '80s, I believe it was, with he and Merle Haggard and Willie did a thing called Lost Breed or something like that. And Fred had produced that for him as well. And so Fred was on this show. Kyle Lenning, who did all the sound on it. Peter Cooper, who writes for the Tennessean Entertainment, and then Steve Popovich, who's the president of Albemarle, were on this show, and they talked about how the album was created, and talked about Ray, and talked about the stuff, and then they played this sampler of the album.
Right.
And at the end of the hour, it was Ray, because he had been talking to, because his voice, it was really cool the way they did it. They had some old songs, and then they had Ray talking about something, and then they play a new song. Then one of them would talk about how this went together. And at the end of the hour, Fran and I were listening. I thought, well, I don't guess they're going to play Beauty, and the question was asked to Ray, how many songs did you look through to find the songs you needed for this album? And he said, well over 500.
That's unbelievable.
He said, I was looking for a really good song, and he said, I found a great song, and here it is. And then they played my song. And after that, they said, and this is, for me, this is huge, they said, Steve, the president of the record company, said, and this song will be released to radio tomorrow as the first single off of this album.
You know, we have no control over time apparently in this show, but they're showing me that we've got 2 minutes left. Can you talk a little bit about the song Beauty? Because it's a song that I've heard a number of times. I heard it years ago. Talk about how that song came about, and I know you had it cut a few times.
Well, I was listening to Patty Loveless, and she did the song. I want to think about Elvis. And Peggy knows that song because we did it in the country show this past year. And it was talking about things she tried to do to keep from thinking about her boyfriend. And she just started listing stuff. She started listing stuff.
Sure.
And I thought, well, I need to write a listing song. And I just finished writing one with twos. I picked a number, and I two and half and double, and I wrote a song with twos in it. I thought, well, I need to write a listing song. So I started listing things, and as I started listing them, I was thinking, mountaintops. Mountaintops beautiful if you're sitting on top of it, looking at the great vista, but it's hell when you're climbing up there. Raindrops are, when it's a hurricane, it's horrible, but when it's lightly hitting your bedroom window on a Saturday morning, you get to sleep another 2 hours, it's a wonderful thing.
Sure.
Baby's cries, if it's yours, it's great. If it's on the plane behind you, it's horrible. So everything has a like and don't like, and so I turn it into a love song. Beauty lies in the eyes of, because it all is in your perception. So Beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder, and I wrote that and gave it to Fran, my wife, for our 19th wedding anniversary, and then it went from there. And 20 years ago, it was pitched around Nashville, and we'll continue the story later on because we've just been told we're out of time. But I want all of y'all to do, what we're going to do now is we're going to close the show, and there'll be a slide of Ray Price and the fact that where you can go, the website's on there, and that it's going to be in Walmart and Cracker Barrel on the 15th of April, and you get to hear for the first time here in Tullahoma in this viewing area, Ray Price off the album The Final Sessions, Beauty Is in the Eyes of the Beholder.
Written by John Gray, ladies and gentlemen.
Mountaintops, raindrops, snowflakes when they fall, a baby's cry, your hazel eyes, a night train's lonely call, starry nights, lightning strikes, wild horses running free. The world is filled with loveliness for those who care to see. Beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder, and I hold beauty every time I hold you. With love that only grows as it gets older, and the beauty of it all is forever. You'll be holding me too. Fine lines have traced sweet memories lightly on your face, and I don't care if every hair's not always right in place. I can see forever when I look into your eyes. And sometimes things that can't be seen is where real beauty lies. Beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder, and I hold beauty every time I hold you. With love that only grows as it gets older, and the beauty of it all is forever. You'll be holding me too. And the beauty of it all is that forever you'll be holding me too.